Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time stopping by, my name's Heather. Today's video was planned several months ago where I was going to share with you my top movies to watch on rainy days. I'm still going to share those with you, but I wanted to also share with you what we've been watching on Disney Plus because pretty much everyone has got Disney Plus now, and since everyone is locked down on this crazy quarantine, I thought I would share with you what we're watching as well. If you haven't watched it, it might give you something new to watch. So feel free to leave me in the comments below what you're watching, and maybe there's something I can find new to watch there as well. So starting off with my rainy day movies, the very first one I will always go to is The Ghost and Mr. Chicken starring Don Knotts. I am a huge Don Knotts fan. I'm actually a fan of a lot of things and a lot of movies that most people are not. I love Don Knotts, I love Doris Day. Yeah, I was born in the wrong time, but it's okay. I do love watching those movies that Don Knotts made, How to Frame a Fig. All of those movies are so much fun, and it's clean family entertainment, which is so hard to come by anymore if you want to actually watch a movie other than an animated version. I definitely recommend those. I actually found our copies on Amazon several years ago, so I don't know if those are still available, but I highly recommend finding any old movie that Don Knotts is in and watch it. Of course, he is quirky and silly and goofy, but that's just what I like, so I really do enjoy it. So my number one is The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. Number two on my list is You've Got Mail starring Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks. I absolutely love Tom Hanks. He is one of my favorite actors as well. There's no surprise that that movie made this list because it actually came out when I was pregnant with Michaela. And I remember going to a theater. It was the first one I've ever seen where you could order food in your seat. They had like these little narrow tables in front of you. You could place your order and they would bring it to you, and I thought that was the coolest thing. Like, way to go, 1999. Way to go. So I've never been to a theater like that since. So it was really cool to enjoy something like that. I'm pretty sure that they're still around, but that's just not the type of theater that I go to now. Number three is Sleepless in Seattle with who? Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks, as well as Bill Pullman, who I also love. Who doesn't love this movie? If you do not like Sleepless in Seattle, let me know why, because it's a really good movie. I know it's an old one, but these are just movies that if it's raining and I'm not reading a book, these are movies I just really like to be in a cozy blanket and watch. It's just so nice to hear the rain and these tender movies. Oh, makes me want to watch one right now. But let's keep the list moving. Number four is Singing in the Rain. Do I need to say more? I don't think so. And number five is Ever After. It has to be hands down my favorite adaptation of Cinderella ever made. That, of course, is just my opinion, but I truly love how well this movie was put together, and I really do enjoy Drew Barrymore. She brought so much to Cinderella. It was just phenomenal. I love it. I could watch it every single day and never be tired of it. So that's my top 5 rainy day movies that I like to watch. Now I'm going to move on to what we have already watched on Disney Plus. And again, if you would like to share what you've been watching with me below, then please do that. So the first thing that we have loved watching is all of the Disney shorts. There were so many older ones on there that I had not seen. We've seen quite a few before, so we watched some of those over, but there were a few that we have not seen, and I absolutely love them. The very first one is Corn Chips, Donald Duck, and Chip and Dale. If you love those two, you're gonna love it. I'm trying not to spoil anything. The second one is Pluto's Christmas Tree. This is one that I have seen so many times, and I've seen a couple of Michaela's Christmas sing-alongs where they've pulled snippets from that to put in with the music, and it was so great seeing it again all pieced together. It's such a cute little short. And the very last of the shorts is Boat Builders. This is Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, and they get together and make a boat. What happens after Minnie Mouse christens the boat? You'll have to watch to find out. It was so good. And I just really love these shorts. I think they're put together so well. I love the animation style, so I think that's why I gravitate toward them. This newer Mickey animation, it's not my jam, and I know that I'll catch hate for that, but it really isn't. I prefer the old style so much better. I don't know if it's the nostalgia from it or it's part of my childhood or whatever. I just prefer it more, and so I've really enjoyed watching all of the shorts. The next group I'm going to be talking about is on the Nat Geo collection. There are so many good documentaries on there that I can't quit watching. I think we're done with them now, maybe. But I'm going to share the favorites with you that we have watched so far. And the very first one is Expedition Amelia. I love hearing the story of Amelia. What? I love hearing the story about Amelia Earhart and what happened to her. Do they know? Do they not know what happened to Amelia? So watching this documentary was really good. So if you're into that, I highly suggest it. Number 2 is Gordon Ramsay Uncharted. I really love this show because there's so much culture in it, and you get to see different parts of the world and how they eat, and they bring things together you wouldn't even dream of ever eating. I don't know if I would eat it, but like seeing Gordon become part of their culture, I really enjoy it because he has such a respect for people. Getting to see him in this environment speaks volumes about his humanity. Number 3, Titanic, 20 years later. Anyone else a Titanic fan? Just me? I hope not, because I really do love Titanic. We don't watch it as often as we should, but I really do love it, and if you're a Titanic lover, you've got to watch this. Put this on your top priority list to watch. Number 4 were The Secrets of Christ's Tomb. If you're interested, or if you are a believer, I highly suggest watching this. I found out a lot of great information, so I did add it to my list, and I will probably rewatch it again. I feel like sometimes when you watch these documentaries, you're just so focused in, you can't really truly absorb it all until you watch it again. So these that I've mentioned are probably ones I will watch again once the excitement of them kind of settles down, and I could just, oh, okay, just really enjoy it and pick up a little bit more the next time I watch it. The last one is Stonehenge Decoded. If you're interested in Stonehenge, I highly recommend this as well. I know I keep saying that, and I know I sound like a broken record, but I really did enjoy these. It's actually Damon who got me into watching these documentaries, because normally that's not my go-to. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to learn. I want to watch something for enjoyment, but I really have enjoyed every single one of these. They've been put together so well, so I do highly recommend this list. Movies we have watched recently. The very first one was Oliver and Company. Such an underrated Disney film. I love that it takes place in New York City. I love Dodger, or Artful Dodger, whatever you want to call him. He is adorable. I love that there's a big stinky bulldog in there, because you guys know how much I love them, and I just really enjoy the movie. So Damon had never seen it, and it had been a while since I had watched it. I think we only have it on VHS, so don't really get around to watching it that much. So as soon as Disney Plus came live, we made sure to watch it, and I'm not sorry that we did, because it's just as wonderful as I remembered. Of course, we purchased the DVD of Frozen 2, but we have watched it so many times on Disney Plus. I have to say, I was so upset about them making a part 2. Like, why mess with the original? Why? We don't need another one. Oh, but yes, we did. Frozen 2 far outweighs the original Frozen in my mind. I love the soundtrack so much more. There's just so many added things that I love about Frozen 2. I could not say enough good things about it. But I'm trying not to add any spoilers in case you guys haven't seen it yet. The minute that you guys can, please go watch Frozen 2 and let me know what you think. Number 3 is Lady and the Tramp live action. This was the first thing that we watched on Disney Plus the minute it went live that evening. It's not what I expected, but in so many ways it exceeded my expectations. I loved the casting. I was not disappointed really about the CG with the dogs. I really think they did a great job with it. I really hate that they took out my favorite song with the cats, but it is what it is. I really think overall it was nicely done. Number 4 is a movie we haven't seen in a very long time, but it was one of Damon's picks for movie night, and that is A Bug's Life. I can't say that I love it. I like it, but I can't say that I love it. It's not one that I would reach for off the shelf, or like, you know what I really want to watch? A Bug's Life. No, not really. And it was really nice to revisit a movie that we hadn't seen in a very long time. Number 5 is Descendants. Everyone raves about how wonderful these movies are. They're just not for me. I love musicals. I love Disney Channel movies. I am a huge fan of them, actually. I love the Cheetah Girls. I love Jump In. I love the Hannah Montana movie. There are a lot of things that I do love. I cannot get on board with the Descendants. I don't know, I made it through the first one and I have not watched the second or third, and I don't know that I can. It just doesn't appeal to me at this point in time. Maybe later on. You know, have you ever seen like someone jump on a bandwagon about something and you can't get into it and you're like, what is everybody going on and on about? And then later on, when it's not that big of a deal anymore, you're like, okay, well, let me sit down and try to watch it, and you actually love it. I'm hoping that's what happens with Descendants once all of that hoopla dies down. It's cute. It's really cute. And maybe I'm just old. I don't know. Maybe I'll enjoy it one day. The last one I know is going to get me so much hate. I already know it. Just bring it on. Friends are honest with each other. So I have to be honest with you about this next one. We watched the first few episodes of The Mandalorian, and we hated it. Literally haven't even made it to the episodes including the child. Have not watched any of those because we did not like it at all. I don't know why. We are Star Wars fans in this house. It just wasn't good in our opinion. Yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. That's the only way I know to be. What am I missing? What am I missing that is so great? I don't understand. I didn't like it. I'm so sorry, guys. All right, before we go, I'm going to share a few things with you that I'm looking forward to watching. They're actually in my queue, ready to watch. I'm just watching other things at the moment, but I do want to get to these. The very first thing is the Disney Insider, where they show behind the scenes of movies and the parks and toys and all of that stuff. They show the behind the scenes, and I really do enjoy that kind of show. Very much a behind the scenes kind of girl. I love to know how things work and, you know, the concept behind ideas. So I'm very much interested in that, and I really want to watch that when I can stay focused. Right now, I have a lot of anxiety going on, I'm sure you can tell, but all things good. All things good, and I can't wait to sit down and watch that when I can truly appreciate it. Next thing on my list is called The Finest Hours. It's an action movie from 2016, starring Casey Affleck and Chris Pine. It really looks like something that would appeal to me, and I did have that as a suggestion from someone on Facebook a while back. So if you've seen that movie, it is a little bit older. Let me know in the comments if you like that movie or not, because I'm really excited to watch it. I think it's one that Damon will enjoy as well. Like I said, it's very hard to find clean family entertainment movies where there's not a lot of cursing and situations that certain little eyes don't need to see. So I'm really looking forward to a family movie night that is not animated. Let's talk about all of these lists that I've shared with you. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I am interested to find out what you think. That's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.